secret I'd like to share with you. When I came on Fool Us the first time, it wasn't easy. On stage, you're alone in a room full of strangers, watching your whole life change.
Seems like I should put my pad down and say that you fooled us.
The impact was incredible. I'm a headliner in London now, doing magic and mentalism, and we do a show called Unfathomable. My acting career took off. I was in 2 productions this year, as Perdita in Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale, Daffodils That Come Before the Swallow Dares, and as a Welsh housewife. A woman's place. I don't see how that's a man's business. Penn and Teller know me better as a person and as a performer now. I think that may make it harder for me, but I've still got some tricks up my sleeve.
Please welcome back to Fool Us, the mysterious Rebecca Herrera.
True story. In 1968, researcher Charles Tart created a random 5-digit number and placed it on a high shelf. His subject, a Miss Z, claimed she could divine this 5-digit code through what she called out-of-body experiences, essentially meaning her spirit self could leave her body and float around and see things which her human eyes could not. Dr. Tart's experiments have been controversial for over 50 years. But after studying his work very carefully, I think I can make a believer out of all of you. Penn, last time I was here, you mentioned that you weren't allowed to go all TSA on me and search me. Well, now you can. Would you please come and join me on the stage? Now, this is a metal detector. You may take it. The kind used to search people for objects they shouldn't have on them. In this case, radio receivers or other ways to cheat at magic. Please test it out. You can test it out on yourself, first of all, if you have any metal. Please check these blocks in this rack. Make sure there's nothing hidden inside them.
Smooth. Under control.
Please satisfy yourself that there is nothing concealed on my body.
Yeah. Okay?
Yeah.
I think we're okay?
Wonderful. Now, I'll stick this here. Penn, you will be playing the role of Dr. Charles Tart in this experiment and creating a 5-digit number.
Okay.
There are 9 numbers to choose from, 1 to 9, represented on these blocks.
Okay.
Please place them in this rack in any order you'd like.
Okay.
However, before you do that, I'm going to come and sit over here so I can't see what numbers you choose.
Okay.
And I'll close my eyes. Audience, you can make sure that I'm not peeking. Okay, Penn, please place 5 numbers into the rack now. And let me know when you're done.
Let's see what we got here. One last one here. Right there.
Please lift that rack and stick it on top of
Put
the
up
shelf
on the
for
rack.
me.
We're going to the rack. And there it is.
Wonderful, okay.
On the rack.
And if you haven't already, can you please flip that so that the numbers are facing the ceiling?
Numbers facing the ceiling.
And then come and stand behind me.
And I will come and stand behind you. I am Dr. Researcher.
To this day, it has never been proven exactly how this experiment was done, but it might have gone a little bit like this. Now, if I go into a trance, I will lose control of my physical self. So, Penn, if you wouldn't mind, could you please put your hands on my shoulders to stop me from falling?
I will.
Thank you. 61973. Pen, can you please turn the rack so the audience can see it?
6, 1, 9, 7, 3.
Thank you so much.
Rebecca Herrera! That was so cool. So you fooled Penn and Teller last time you were here.
I did.
Yeah. Does it make you more nervous coming back, or are you sort of more confident because you've been here once before?
I think it's a mixture. I think there's some things where you're like, oh, I know what to expect. And there's some things where you're like, I know what to expect.
And do people recognize you from the show?
Yes, I was at a wedding and I was just sitting down and like the bride had walked down the aisle. They were basically about to say I do and someone tapped me on the shoulder and I was like, hello? And they just went, are you Rebecca Herrera from Fool Us? Yes.
Well, let's see if your out-of-body experience fooled Penn and Teller.
Yes.
All right, boys.
Ah, well, here you are again, Rebecca.
Yes.
Once again, finding a way to get information that you have no way of finding out. You brought the wand up there. I checked you all out. I wanted to find one of Bambi's friends somewhere on you. We thought maybe in your shoes. I didn't check there enough. Last time, you had something that gave you the information that no one else could experience. You got the information in a very personal, individual way. Nobody, anybody, could have any idea what the information was that you got. But this time, you decided you'd go a whole different way. And you decided to hide in plain sight. Because what you experienced, to give you the information of what was up on that board, everyone in this room and everyone watching at home experienced. We think everybody had the information, only you could read it. It's like calling someone's name in a crowded room, only they hear it. So we think it's possible that the first time you went personal, and this time you went universal. And Teller doesn't care if we're wrong on this because he loved the act. But I think you didn't get us because I think it was right out there. And I think you know what we're talking about this time. So maybe one fool is enough for you for now.
I think you do know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you very much.